What's going on, plugins? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about BYU scrimmage. Before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like. And if you're new here, sub to the channel and become a part of the family. Now let's get into the video. BYU recently had their blue and white scrimmage. This was the fans and media's chance to see BYU in action. We finally get to see this new era of BYU basketball that Kevin Young is trying to give us. The scrimmage went well with a few standout performances. The first player we're going to talk about is a prospect with the most hype going into the season, and that's 5-star prospect Egor. The first play of the game, Egor showed off his playmaking ability with an alley-oop pass to Keiba Kita for a dunk. I have been saying in multiple BYU videos that Egor has the potential to be one of the best playmakers on the team, along with being one of the best scorers. In the offseason practices, he showed off his high basketball IQ and his court vision, and BYU coaches are raving about how good of a passer he is. Kevin Young was talking about his passing ability in an interview, and he gave Egor some high praise, saying this: he makes a lot of similar passes that LeBron makes in terms of his size. I'm not saying he's LeBron, don't misquote me on that, but his ability to see the low man, to see the roller, to read the defense and a quarterback the gym at his size, his passing is special. Kevin Young was coaching the NBA before he got to BYU, so he's seen a bunch of NBA players and he coached a lot of NBA players. So if he's saying he's making similar passes like LeBron James, he definitely sees something special in Egor if he's saying stuff like that. Egor had an overall solid game. He showed off his scoring ability, his passing, and he grabbed a few rebounds. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a few triple doubles during his freshman season. He's that good of an all-around player. I recently dropped a video saying that Egor's going to be a key on how good BYU will be this season. Make sure I check that out after this video. Keiba Kita look good scoring the ball. Kevin Young has a freshman who can come into games and score from anywhere on the court and can make tough shots. There were shots in this game that were heavily contested and he still made them. He's a great scorer and shot creator. Just put the ball in his hands and let him work. There's going to be times during the season where BYU's offense is not making shots and Keiba Kita is going to come in and bail him out with his shot making ability. He can be a great off the ball scorer and at times an ISO scorer. Hopefully he can be consistent from three during the season. He was shooting well from three in the scrimmage. He's shown a lot of promise. The two freshmen, Egor and Keiba Kita, is looking like they're going to live up to the hype this season. Now let's talk about a player that impressed me and every BYU fan out there, and that's Keiba Kita. He's a 6'8" center who transferred to BYU from Utah, and he seems like he's going to be a player who's going to make a big impact this season. He has a physical play style, and he likes to play above the rim. In the scrimmage, he was out there catching alley-oops, dunking everything with force, and opposing his will in the paint. He was making his presence felt. He could be the type of player that brings energy for this team. His highlight reel plays at the rim or momentum shifters. Y'all feel what I'm saying, plugins? Teams need players who can change momentum in games, and he can do that for them. BYU needs a big that brings a level of toughness, physical play style, athletic, and can be a solid defender. Keiba Kita is all that. He should be the starting center when the season starts. I don't see any big on the roster that's better than him right now, so I'm looking at him as a day one starter. But plugins, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. Some other players I want to show love to is Foos. He was showing his range, knocking down some threes. He's no sniper, but if you leave him open out there, he has the confidence to knock down the shot. And the international prospect Mihailo showed some glimpses of his scoring ability. I feel like he's going to make a big impact for BYU as a scoring defender. The things he can do in a court being 6'10" is going to shock a lot of people. He's going to be really good, plugins. This scrimmage showed that BYU has a lot of depth on his roster. It's going to be hard to decide a starting lineup. There's so many great players. This might be the deepest team BYU ever had. So Kevin Young has a challenge when it comes to dishing out minutes this season. Who's going to get the bulk of the minutes? Who's going to have to take a back seat? Some players might get frustrated because they're not getting a lot of playing time. That can happen this season. So that's something that BYU fans got to keep an eye on. Who's going to be in the starting lineup and how does the rotations look? But Kevin Young did great in the offseason, bringing in all these great players. The team looks great on paper and they can compete this season. They could go toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in college basketball this season. So the sky's the limit for this team. It's going to be an exciting season for BYU fans. Buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. How do y'all feel about the team so far? How good do you think BYU will be this season? Drop y'all opinions in the comments. Drop a like on the video and sub to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post. If you want more BYU videos, smash that like button. I appreciate y'all and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.